Tesla stock has defended the $400 level for now, but this does not mean the bullish trend is fully confirmed. The real test is still ahead. Can TSLA break back above the $440 to $450 resistance zone? That is the key question today. Hi everyone, this is Ken. In the previous chart analysis, we looked at Tesla stock after it lost momentum near $450. The big question was simple. Was this just a healthy pullback or the beginning of a breakdown? Now, we are starting to get an answer. Tesla pulled back close to $400, but it did not collapse. Instead, buyers stepped in and the stock rebounded toward around $426. That is positive, but this bounce is not a full confirmation yet because Tesla still has not broken through the major resistance zone between $440 and $450. So today, I want to focus on 3 points. Why $400 matters, why the rebound to $426 is positive but still incomplete, and what Tesla investors should watch next. First, let's review the recent move. Tesla stock dropped into the 350s in early April. Then it recovered strongly. It broke above $400, moved above $430, and briefly tested the $450 area. But after reaching around $450, the stock lost momentum and pulled back toward the low 400s. Now, the pullback itself is not the problem. After a strong rally, a reset is normal. The important question is where the pullback stops. For Tesla, the most important level was $400. Previously, $400 was resistance. Now the question is whether that same level can become support. This is why the recent bounce matters. Tesla tested the $400 area, but it did not clearly break down. Instead, the stock found buyers and moved back toward around $426. That tells us the market is not rejecting the $400 breakout yet. From a technical point of view, this is important. When old resistance becomes new support, the chart structure starts to improve. But one bounce is not enough to prove everything. It only gives us the first piece of evidence. For now, Tesla has defended $400. The next question is whether that support is strong enough to push the stock back toward $450. Looking at the daily chart, the structure is easy to understand. Tesla rallied strongly. It stalled near $450. It pulled back toward $400. Then it rebounded toward $426. This can be seen as a healthy pullback after a strong move. But Tesla has not yet broken above the area where it was rejected before. The $440 to $450 zone is still the main resistance area. So right now, Tesla stock is not weak, but it is also not fully strong yet. It is in a confirmation phase. That means investors should not rush to become extremely bullish or extremely bearish. Next, let's look at RSI. During the previous rally, RSI was getting hot. Both the daily chart and 4-hour chart moved close to the 70 area. That showed strong momentum, but also short-term overheating. This time, the setup looks healthier. The 4-hour RSI has cooled into the mid-50s. The daily RSI is also around the high 50s. This means Tesla is no longer in an extreme overbought condition. That is important because if a stock cools down without breaking major support, it can create a better setup for the next move. So from an RSI perspective, the current chart is not bad. But if RSI quickly jumps back near 70 without strong volume, short-term overheating could return. Now let's look at the moving averages. The 20-day moving average is around $409. The 50-day moving average is around $388. And the 200-day moving average is around $410. With Tesla trading around $426, The stock is above both the 20-day and 200-day moving averages. That is positive. The 200-day moving average is especially important because many medium-term and long-term investors watch it. But this also means the $400 to $410 area is extremely important. This zone includes the psychological $400 level, the 20-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average. So $400 to $410 is not just a random area, it is the key support zone. If Tesla holds it, the chart remains constructive, but if TSLA clearly breaks below it, the recent improvement could weaken quickly. Now, here is the caution point. The price action looks better, but volume and volume delta are not fully confirming strong buyer control yet. Tesla has bounced back toward $426. That is good, but volume delta still shows some negative pressure. In other words, the price has recovered, but we cannot say buyers have completely taken control. A real breakout usually needs strong buying participation. So if Tesla moves back toward $440 to $450, I want to see whether that move comes with stronger volume. If Tesla challenges $450 with strong buying volume, the bullish case becomes much more convincing. The key is not just the price, the key is the quality of the move. From here, there are three price zones to watch. The first is around $420. If Tesla stays above $420, the bounce from $400 looks more stable. But if TSLA loses $420 again, the market may start to question the strength of the rebound. The second zone is $400 to $410. This is the most important support area. As long as Tesla holds this zone, the pullback can still be viewed as healthy. But if TSLA clearly breaks below $400, the previous breakout may start to look like a false breakout. In that case, investors may begin watching the $390 or possibly even the $370. The third zone is $440 to $450. This is the next major resistance area. Tesla was rejected there before. If TSLA breaks above this zone with strong volume, the bullish case becomes much stronger. But if it fails again, the stock may stay range bound for a while. So, here are the three possible scenarios. Scenario 1 is bullish continuation. Tesla holds around $420, moves higher, and retests $440 to $450. If it breaks that zone with strong volume, the $400 bounce may become the foundation for another move higher. Scenario 2 is a deeper retest. Tesla pulls back again toward $400 to $410. This may feel uncomfortable in the short term, but it would not automatically mean the chart is broken. If buyers step in again, it would strengthen the idea that $400 has become real support. Scenario 3 is the caution scenario. Tesla clearly breaks below $400. If that happens, the recent breakout may have been temporary. In that case, I would become more cautious in the short term. So here is my core view. Tesla has answered the first question. Can TSLA defend $400? For now, yes, that is positive. But Tesla has not yet answered the second question. Can TSLA break above $440 to $450 with real buying pressure? That is still unknown. This is why I do not think this is the moment to be blindly bullish or suddenly bearish. This is a confirmation phase. The chart has improved. RSI has cooled. The stock is above important moving averages, but the breakout is not complete yet. The market still needs proof. For long-term Tesla investors, Short-term price action matters because it shows how the market is pricing Tesla's future expectations right now, but the long-term story is still much bigger. Tesla is being valued not only on vehicle deliveries, but also on AI, FSD, Robotaxi, energy, software, and robotics. That is why sentiment can shift quickly, but when expectations are high, the market demands confirmation. Right now, $400 has been defended. That is the floor, but $450 is still the ceiling. So for now, I would stay calm and watch the levels. Can Tesla hold $400 to $410? Can it stay above $420? And can it finally break through $440 to $450 with real volume? Tesla has defended the floor for now, but the next real test is whether it can break the ceiling. That's it for today. If this analysis helped you understand Tesla stock more clearly, please hit the like button. I share Tesla updates and analysis every day, so if you want to follow the bigger picture around Tesla, TSLA stock, AI, Robotaxi, FSD, and the future of technology, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's enjoy the future with Tesla. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.